Welcome to the boating adventure. Very good afternoon to you. It is Sunday the 20th of July 2025 and I'm currently cruising down the North Oxford Canal. I've been through the lock at Hawkesbury Junction, the Sutton Stop Lock, and I'm heading now towards Anstey. And what I want to do while I'm out on the boat for the next few days is I want to do another video in my series of just off the towpath. It occurred to me a while back I haven't really used Bertie the bike very much recently. I think the last time I used it I did a little look around the village of Anstey. So I'm not going to do that one again, but I'm going to go to the next place of any significance, and that's Brinklow. So I'm heading towards the village of Brinklow. Once upon a time, the canal did go through Brinklow, but when the powers that be started to straighten out the Oxford Canal, it no longer went through Brinklow, but went just to the side of it. So there was a Brinklow wharf at one time, but that's long since gone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to moor up as close to it as I possibly can get, and then I'm going to deploy Bertie the bike and take a little ride into the village to see what there is of any interest, because it's not far from the towpath. So come and join me. Okay, so I've been through the village of Anstey quite a while back, and I'm just heading now towards the Rose narrowboat hire place, where there's a little swing bridge that I have to negotiate, and then the mooring is just past that really. It's actually turned out to be quite a nice afternoon. It's not too hot, there's a bit of breeze, so it's quite pleasant really, but the rain seems to have held off this afternoon. It's a Monday the 21st of July 2025, and having travelled down here yesterday, this is where I got to. This is bridge 34 on the North Oxford Canal. It's quite open here, so I'm getting plenty of solar. There are a few boats moored up here as well, so I've got a bit of company. I was going to try and move to Brinklow Marina, which is not far away today, but I rang them, and although it's an Aqua Vista marina and advertises 100 days free moorings for their customers, they don't seem to want to take a GRP, so that was a big disappointment. So I'm going to stay here, which is a nice mooring anyway. And I've been working on the bike today, and I've bought a new bracket so that I can easily attach my camera. So it just slots into there, tightens up, and I've got a little camera on the front. So I'm going to have some lunch, and then I'm going to take a little ride into the village of Brinklow. That's the plan. The weather might have different ideas, because there's been the odd rumble of thunder, but nothing has materialised yet, so we'll keep going. I might just have to get very wet. These guys seem to think that I've got bread on board. Okay, so it's now Tuesday the 22nd of July 2025, and yeah, my predictions yesterday did in fact come true, and it threw it down with the rain. So I did abort my little trip to the village, but it's now early in the morning. It's about 8:15, and I think there's a little bit of a window of no rain for a couple of hours, just a little shower maybe. So I'm going to attempt to go and get this filming done of the village at Brinklow, and got Bertie the bike ready to go. I've not come very far along the towpath, and you come to a little car park, pull in here, and then there's the main road. So I've now come to a junction just by the Acorn House Boarding, Kennels and Cattery, and if I look to my right, in the distance there you can see some cottages, and then just to the left hand side of those, through the trees, there's a mound, and that is the remains of the castle here at Brinklow. It was a Mott and Bailey castle. So hopefully we can get a bit nearer and have a good look at it. This is Brinklow. It is unfortunate there's a very busy main road that goes right through it. This is an old Roman road. But hopefully above the din of traffic we can see some of the architecture. So here we have a Brinklow sign, very ornate. This is on the junction of Rugby Road, which becomes Coventry Road and Broad Street. And there's a war memorial there. Here are a couple of businesses in Brinklow. We've got the Brinklow Fish Bar, which is useful. It's not too far from the canal. And a Cantonese Chinese restaurant takeaway. And next to it is Brinklow United Reformed Church, which looks like it's still in use. There are services on a Sunday at 10:30. I'm going to be heading up this broad street, and you can see in the distance the church. So we'll head that way. And I can see one or two thatched buildings on my left hand side here, and there's a post office and some quite palatial buildings by the look of it. There's a nice property opposite here called Dunsmore House, 3 stories. That looks really impressive. And that's next to some cottages, Foss Cottage, because this is part of the Foss Way. And there's one here, number 14, which is up for sale. So over on this side we've got a bridal shop, a deli and the post office. Come across a pub. This is called the White Lion at Brinklow. Bit of a garden outside, looks really nice. It's just a shame this road is very busy. And just across the road we have Brinklow Community Hall. I noticed on my travels that there is some information about a proposed planning for some 415 odd houses to be built in this area, and there's looks like there's a pressure group trying to oppose it. And we've come across another pub. This one is called the Raven Inn. And there's the Raven. Here's a salon. Salon 79. This property here is called the Old Saddlery, and interestingly they've got some photographs up high of what it would have looked like back in the day, with a bit of a garage, and looks like some tyres and bikes outside. We've got the church there in the background. This is Hero 1, Thomas Clifton, Private number 15318, 1st Battalion, Worcestershire Regiment. And it tells you a whole history about him. And this has been sponsored by Brinklow Football Club and Jane Smith Flowers. I think this is one of the best war memorials I've ever seen. It really brings it home. Looks like these have all been hand crocheted and put onto some camo netting. There's a lot of thought gone into this, and with the background of the Motte and Bailey Castle, it's an impressive sight. So I'm now entering the bailey of the Motte and Bailey Castle, and it's got earthworks and ditches all around, which would have produced the mound there, the motte, on top of which there would have been a wooden structure. It's very big, this, quite a size. This is the moat where all the earth was dug out, so it not only made a defence in the form of a ditch, but it also produced the earthworks and the soil that was required to put that mound together, and probably to raise the level of this bit as well. You can see on that side there are some earthworks also surrounding it. And there's a really good view up here, so you would have been able to see your enemies coming from quite a way away. It's amazing that it has survived all these centuries. So who knew that all this was so close to the Oxford Canal? So next time you're chugging between Rugby and Hawkesbury Junction, maybe stop off and have a walk. It's not too far, and come and have a look at this impressive sight. Bring a picnic, because there's some tables. There is a footpath all the way to the top, so looks like it's got to be done. I'm certainly not pushing the bike up there though. We'll go up there and we'll have a look at the view roundabout, see if we can spot the swamp duck. Okay, so I've parked Bertie the bike. And I'm going to make this trek. This certainly should close my exercise ring on my phone, which I've got in my pocket. You have to feel for the guys that built it. Okay, so was it worth the climb? Let's have a look. Fantastic views. .360 degrees. The buildings in front, that's the Cattery boarding place that we passed, and so if we follow that road, that's where I came down and up to those woods somewhere. That's where the car park was, and so just at the side there will be the canal. Can't see it from here, but there's lots of trees in the way. Looking at my map, you don't have to come the way that I came along by the road there. You can cut across from bridge 34. You can see by the formation of the strips on these fields in front of me that this has been farmed for many centuries. And it's just been left as pasture land at the moment. Sheep are loving it. So in this direction we will have rugby. So all I've got to do now is descend without falling over. Okay, so there is a picture of the Motte and Bailey. Brinklow's fine Motte and rare double Bailey earthworks suggest that the castle was envisaged as a strong defence. The castle was made of timber, possibly prefabricated in Normandy, and was probably in use only for a relatively short time. The Fossway was still seen as a strategically important road, and there are similar castle sites along its length. So you have the tower on the top, known as the Watchtower. Then you've got the hill, which is called the Motte, and then you've got a palisade around it and a ditch, and then you've got two inner bailies. It's just coming up to 9:10, so hopefully all that commuter traffic will have calmed down. Maybe not. It was really busy. Lovely cottages opposite, and there's one there with a thatch roof that's had a bit of restoration work done on the top, just to keep it going a bit longer. So we're coming up to L Lane, and I'm going to do a right here, and this will take me down to the road that will lead to bridge 34, so I thought I'd go back that way. So I've made more of a circuit of this walk. This is the top of bridge 34. I did check when I came past it the other day to make sure that there was access from the canal up to the top here to the road, and there are some very steep steps. Okay, so there is the canal, and somewhere down there amongst that row of boats is the swamp duck. I can't really see it from here very clearly at all, but hopefully it's still there. And this is the other side, and unfortunately the towpath is closed at this point. This is because of the landslip that happened on the Oxford Canal. The towpath has still not been open to the public yet. Okay, so it's down the steps and along the towpath back to the swamp duck. So I hope you've enjoyed this video of my look around the village of Brinklow, just off the towpath on the Oxford Canal. And I managed to get all the filming done, and it didn't rain at all today, so I'm glad that I actually waited another day just to make sure that I could get the footage done. So thank you very much for watching, and as always, do take care.